Constipation, Medicine Ignatia amara. The purpose of knowledge shared here is only educational and to increase awareness. Please always consult your doctor before taking any medicine. Self-treatment may always be injurious. Friends, today we shall know when to use medicine Ignatia amara in constipation. Dose is suggested at the end. दवा की मात्रा और पोटेंसी अंत में बताई गई है। आइए जाने कॉन्स्टिपेशन में दवा इग्नासिया एमारा कब उपयोगी है। मेडिसिन इग्नासिया एमारा। Constipation as a consequence of cold. Constipation from carriage riding. Procidentia recti during stool. Stool passes without much effort. Violent desire for stool, more in superior intestines and epigastrium than in the colon and anus. Desire for stool keeps on a long time after feces passed. Constriction of anus after a stool aggravated while standing. Stools large or soft but passed with difficulty. आइए जाने मेडिसिन इग्नासिया एमारा के कुछ अन्य महत्वपूर्ण लक्षण। The general characteristic conditions of the Ignatia patient are extremely important since they are almost always unexpected in character. For example, if the patient has fever, he is not thirsty and wants to be covered. If he is cold, he wants to be uncovered. The headache in the forehead is relieved by stooping. The irritation to cough increases with coughing. This contrariness is a general characteristic of Ignatia, both mentally and physically. Extreme sensitiveness to pain. Chamomilla. General tendency to faintness and debility with nervous prostration and excitability. Numerous phases of hysteria and of neuralgia in various parts of the body. Spasms in children from teething or from wounds or from fright. Chorea, especially in children who have been frightened. Epilepsy originally caused by fright. Hysterical paralysis. In all the phases of hysteria there is a changeable mood, often flushing of one or the other cheek. Chamomilla. Tendency to scream or to tear or to bite or to cry. Melancholia, the result of grief, sits with a vacant stare. Many mental symptoms following depressing emotions, especially grief, such as sighing, despondency, hysterical laughing or crying. The headache of Ignatia is usually sharp, confined to one point, as if some piercing instrument like a nail were being driven into the head. Supraorbital neuralgia, boring pain in a small spot. The headache sometimes presents the unexpected condition of being relieved by stooping. Hydrocephalus, from sudden metastasis from the bowels to the brain during dentition, with sudden pallor, delirium, rolling of the head, difficult swallowing, convulsions of the eyes and lids. Asthenopia, with spasms of lids and neuralgic pains about the eyes. It has been used for inflammatory affections of the eyes, especially in intense photophobia and nervous excitement, distortion of the facial muscles whenever the patient attempts to speak, neuralgia of the face, inflamed tonsils, ulcerations with sticking pains. The general indication for Ignatia in sore throat, aside from the mental state of the patient, is the relief of the throat symptoms from swallowing. Diphtheritic sore throat with sensation of a plug and with constant efforts to swallow. Some alarming cases of diphtheria are reported cured by this drug. Indigestion with aversion to the ordinary diet and longing for a great variety of indigestible articles, regurgitation of food, hiccough, empty retching, weak empty feeling, has to eat at night even, especially attended with sighing, gastric symptoms generally ameliorated by eating. Laxis, gincum. Gastralgia worse from pressure, excessive flatulence, especially in hysterical subjects. Compare argentum niticum, gincum. Fissures of the anus without constipation, with acute pain shooting upward. Prolapsus ani, with sharp stabbing pains shooting upward. With the symptoms of the rectum and anus, there is frequently spasmodic contraction of the anus, worse after stool, bleeding hemorrhoids with characteristic shooting pains. Violent itching of the anus caused by swellings which produce most violent nervous symptoms, even convulsions in children. The urine is very much increased, not scanty, with hysterical symptoms. Retention of urine after confinement, incontinence of urine in women and children, morning sickness of pregnancy, with weak sinking feeling in stomach, better by eating. Labor-like pains during pregnancy, brought on by emotional excitement. Nervous spasms amounting almost to convulsions during labor. Suppression of menses from grief with the peculiar mental symptoms of the drug. Dysmenorrhea with a great bearing down, menses dark, neuralgia of the ovaries, menorrhagia in a woman of 62 years brought on by sudden grief, nervous spasms of the glottis, hysterical aphonia, nervous irritable cough which becomes extremely annoying and almost constant, caused by tickling in the trachea, not better by coughing but worse the more he coughs. Cough sympathetic with remote affections, especially of the uterus or ovaries or from worms. Sciatica recurring during cold weather with intense coldness and shivering, worse at night. The pain is intermittent, sometimes throbbing. Violent attacks of sciatica of a boring, tearing character lasting about an hour, always preceded by coldness, worse at night, has to get up and walk about. A valuable remedy for certain types of intermittent fever with the peculiar contrary aspects of the case, namely thirst during the chill, but not during the fever. During the fever, the patient desires to be covered. Frequently, there are the peculiar mental symptoms of the drug, or the onset of the paroxysm is characterized by the neuralgias of the head or extremities, which may serve indicate it. See drawn. Dose 6, 12, 30 potency, 1 drop in 10 ml water on empty stomach or as advised by your doctor. Wishing you a happy and healthy life. Thank you.